Hello, my name is MooingCat and welcome to my step-by-step walkthrough of Town Type 1 in the St. Patrick's Day event. Now, the footage you are about to see is actually my recordings from last year, but the minigame is exactly the same, so they still work great. That said, I will also cover the brand new boosters and give you my recommendations for when to use them. You start out with one of each, but you can get a lot more from rival challenges for a total of 17 quick promotions and 17 time warps and 13 Shift-Sham Savings if you follow my recommendations for completing the rival challenges. Speaking of which, check out my dedicated video on how to easily complete the rivals challenges. As usual, I also have an event tutorial and strategy guide for this event, both in video and written form, which are also linked in the description. There you can also find my strategy checklist that you can use to get all of these steps into the FOE helper. If you play on browser, simply copy that and enter it into the module. And one final thing before I begin, this content takes quite a long time to make, so if you find it helpful, please leave a like and a comment and share it with your friends and guildmates. It really does help me out. Alright, let's begin the town by unlocking the hats building and buying the required managers. Be careful though when you do this so that you don't accidentally use the quick promotions. It's easy to hit, but you definitely don't want to waste them. My manager recommendations for this town is to get hats to level 3, festival to level 3 and shipyard to level 2. If you're planning to spend more than 2 quick promotions for this town, you should use one of them for the final festival manager level here. Now, as you can see here, I completely forgot about pots of gold before starting, so I had to scramble to get what I needed for the managers, so make sure you have all the pots you need before starting. In the end, not a big deal, just made the start a bit more interesting. Anyways, your first goal is to level your hats up to level 25. This will not take long at all, only a minute or so. After that, you should level both your festival and shipyard to level 10. While doing so, you will get your first upgrade task, but you don't need to think about that, it'll complete as you continue. Speaking of, your next goal is to unlock the flowers factory, get the manager to level 2, and then upgrade the flowers to level 5. After that, you should upgrade festival and shipyard, both to level 25. After that, it's back to flowers, upgrading that to level 25, before returning to festival and shipyard, upgrading both to level 50. And then hats to level 50 as well. A short wait after that, you can move on to unlock the cake factory, upgrade the manager to level 1, and then the factory to level 5. After that, you should level the flowers to level 50 to complete this task, which will start the next upgrade task. This you will complete by upgrading shipyard and festival to level 100, both at the same time. Now you don't have to do it too precisely, I tend to just keep max on and go back and forth between the buildings. Alright, you should now upgrade cake to level 30. After that, upgrade hats to level 100 so that you can complete this task. And then it's back to festival and shipyard, leveling both to 150 at the same time. After that, you have to wait a few minutes and then you can unlock the drinks factory. You should get the manager to level 2, and here you can use a quick promotion for the second level if you're planning to spend 2 or more quick promotions. Upgrading the manager to level 2 will allow you to complete some tasks to get the next upgrade task. To complete that, first level drinks to level 7, then cake to level 50, and then flowers to level 100. At this point, you need to collect 50 billion shamrocks to unlock the next upgrade task. While doing so, you can upgrade shipyard to level 175 and festival to level 174. I went one too many in festival, but not a big deal. When you get the upgrade task, you can go back to shipyard and festival to upgrade both to level 200. After that, upgrade drinks to level 25, and then unlock fireworks. Upgrade the manager to level 2, and this second upgrade is the best place to use a quick promotion in this town, so use it here if you plan to spend 1 or more. If you plan to spend 4 or more upgrades, you can also use one for level 1. after getting the manager to level 2, you should upgrade the factory to level 6. After that, upgrade the drinks to level 50, which will complete the upgrade task as well. Because I added an extra point in festival earlier, I had to add one more here now to complete this task. You now need to wait a minute and a half to complete this transfer task, and when you do, you'll get yet another upgrade task. At this point we have around 50 minutes left of what I call the start phase of the town, but if you want to, you could skip right through this by using a time warp. It's not the most efficient, but if you want to speed up the time spent early on, this is the best option. The steps that you should follow regardless of if you use a time warp or not is to first upgrade Festival and Shipyard, both to level 250 at the same time. After that, upgrade Cake to level 100, which will also complete the upgrade task. Because I added that extra level earlier, I also had to add an extra level to Fireworks here. That didn't really matter, because next goal is to level Fireworks to level 25. And we are now done with the start of the town after around 2 hours and 15 minutes of quite active playtime, or a bit under 1.5 hours if you used the time warp. We now come to the second and longest phase of the town, which is to level Festival and Shipyard to level 300. The way you should do this though is quite interesting to say the least. You should first upgrade Shipyard all the way to level 295, but not further for now. This will take around 6 hours and 20 minutes. While doing that, around 1 hour and 50 minutes after starting, you will complete this Produce Flowers task, which means you can get on to the final upgrade task. You want to complete this as early as possible, but not a big deal if you don't do it before upgrading Shipyard to level 295. When you're done upgrading Shipyard to 295, believe it or not, you should level your festival all the way up to level 295 as well, which will take another 6 or so hours. At this point, it's back to the Shipyard, but only for another 3 levels. After this, upgrade Festival to level 300, and then finally upgrade Shipyard to level 300. For an explanation of why we do this weird order, check out my Town 1 tutorial video from last year, linked in the description. Anyways, after that it is time to finish the town. First, to complete the tasks and to keep up production, you should level Fireworks to level 50, then you should upgrade Hats to level 200, and whatever remaining levels you need for the upgrade task you should do in Flowers. Collect the tasks and we are done. All that remains now is to collect 8.4 quadrillion shamrocks, which will take around 6 hours and 40 minutes. That is, unless you use the new boosters. By using the Swift-Sham Savings, you lower the required amount of shamrocks by 25%, down to 6.3 quadrillion, which saves around 1 hour and 40 minutes, or in other words, only 5 hours remaining. This can be further reduced by 2 or 4 hours with 1 or 2 time warps, or if you really want to complete the town immediately, you can use a third time warp for the final hour of missing productions. If you plan on using time warps for the town, I definitely recommend doing at least 1 or 2 here. It's the most efficient use of them. Anyways, in this recording I was a little late to finish, and I was also a bit late a few other parts of the town, which lost me around half an hour in total compared to the theoretical minimum of around 27 hours, excluding the new boosters. If you use the Shift-Sham Savings and 2 time warps at the end, you lower the total time down to around 21 hours and 20 minutes. If you use a time warp for the final part of the starting phase, you lower that by another 50 minutes or so to around 20 hours and 30 minutes. And if you use yet another time warp at the end, you can do it as quickly as 19 hours and 30 minutes. Now, the first Rivals quests where you can get all of these boosters probably won't start before the second week of the event, so until then you can't really use boosters. That said, unless you plan on doing a lot of towns, you can probably afford to wait a week before doing too much in the event. Perhaps only play a town or 2 until then, and then play the minigame with the boosters you get. For more on that though, check out my strategy video and written guide, and also make sure to check out my walkthroughs for the other 2 towns, and my video guide on completing the rival challenges. All of that and much more you can find linked in the description. And that's it for my Town 1 walkthrough. I hope this was helpful, and I hope it gave you a better idea of how to play this minigame. Before I end this video, I would like to thank my Patreons for supporting my content. I would like to thank Homestar, Kim Kelly, Rolf8, Dan Sumnat, Dark Matter, Mylia, 0K, THX, Hugo Count von Count, Drew the Generous, Susan Weiss, Rocco, Spike from No Remorse, Atomic, Flavius the Avenger, Arkler, Whiskeymaster, Mar and Sir, Huss, Tissiot, Henning the Claire, Odarel, Mike, After the Obsessed, Ruth, Karen, Dennis, Klaus Belisarius, Putter, Missy X77, Maxo, Michael, and Early Morning. Thanks a lot for your support. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the future. Bye bye.